Live from beautiful Ohio, it's the OK Boomer podcast, featuring siblings, the real Jean and Laura.
Hello, hello. I'm Jean.
And I am Laura, and we're here to encourage all you boomers, millennials, and everyone to be happily okay together.
And here we are, and I was just wondering, Laura, my dear sister.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have something to tell me?
Not
Are you sure?
Not really. What might you be talking
You can
about?
tell me. I guess what I'm saying is, have you had any calamities lately?
Oh, well, yeah, you know me. I mean, nothing. It's my usual. I had gone for months with nothing.
I know.
I was so proud of myself.
So imagine my shock when the ADT people called me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot if they called you.
Yeah, so what happened, my dearest?
They called my dear sister because she's on the list of contacts should something go awry with your security system. I was trying to make baked potatoes quickly for the family because we had a wonderful family weekend.
Mm-hmm. We'll get into that.
Yes, and so I had these 8 baked potatoes in the oven, cranked it up to 425 because I thought they'll cook faster that way. Well, they did. However, when I went to serve them, well, the smoke came out and thus setting off the alarm, which we were very good about getting our alarm off immediately, thought we were fine. Then I realized I missed a call from ADT, called them back, of course, and then was on the phone forever because, the old password. I thought I had my password. They kept insisting no. Then she finally said, well, you are the account holder. What's your name? I said my name. That wasn't right. Tried my OH. That wasn't right. In the meantime, my local fire department is calling me. So I put her on hold. Then you were calling me because you're the contact. Finally turns out, but I mean, come on. Apparently it's still in my ex-husband's name, which he hasn't lived here for like 25 years. And she said, well, we're going to have to call the owner, so we're going to have to call your ex-husband. And I'm just flailing, no, don't do that, no. So hopefully she didn't. But then my daughter said, wouldn't it have been funny if actually he did have a problem at his house and they were trying to get a hold of him? Because I called them back and just gave my last name.
Oh my, I can't. Yeah. Oh my, yes.
So, yeah, we'll never know about that.
All right, so onward with the show then. You're fine.
I'm fine. All is well.
That ends well. Yeah.
I might just add quickly. I did forget. This is sort of comical. So that about an hour after that, my OH took my son-in-law to the local gas station to fill up their car because they were driving back the next day. Well, while they were there was just a wonderfully 6'10", very large, very strong looking policeman. Oh, and they were kind of like, wow, hi, thank you for your service. How is your day going? Anything exciting happening in Bath Richfield? And he said, yeah, the only thing we got this afternoon on the dispatch was somebody had a smoke was coming out but I guess it was just something in the oven. And Gordy said no. And they were like, oh, yeah, that was us. There were actually potatoes in the oven. So there you go.
Oh, so you were the excitement. You made the headline news.
We were about the only excitement.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. So here we are. So just a little thought that we had shared last time we chatted, that we were talking about my mom's sorority, our mom's sorority.
Oh, yes.
I found out that it's still active.
Good.
And I hadn't realized it's been around since 1852, her particular sorority. Phi Mu or Phi Mu.
That's got to be
their
one of the ones.
motto or whatever is steadfast in sisterhood since 1852. And forever faithful is their motto. So I thought, I'll just bring you up to date. Yeah.
It's a feel good. Forever
It is a
faithful.
feel good. Now I'm going to just drastically change topics.
Okay.
And move on to Pickles. I'm now noticing that pickle is flavoring everything. Seems to be very popular. I've seen chips, nuts. Have you seen this? Pickle flavored? Oh, I had these pea things. I had these little pea things that were pickled flavored.
Pickled
really?
peas?
Yes, something like that.
Really?
Have you noticed that or not?
Well, no, but very funny you should say this. I love a good pickle, let me tell you. Big dill pickle like they used to have at Lou and High's years ago. Remember they had that? Just bowls bowls of dill pickles. I don't think anyone does that anymore.
It was good.
That was like your little snacky appetizer when you came to the deli.
Right, so regular pickles, and actually regular pickles, you're right, are really big. There's all kinds of jars now.
Yes.
They're all kinds of flavors. So pickles themselves are
just so tasty. But I forgot to mention actually in last epi, that the reunion I went to, I don't think I mentioned the pickle appetizer. This is a good appetizer, people. I loved it, but you gotta love pickles. He took ham slices and cut them fairly, like maybe an inch.
Yep.
Took dill pickles and cut them about the same size. Mm-hmm. And then took cream cheese with just a wee bit of milk in it so it could spread easier. Mm-hmm. Got the ham slice, cream cheese on it, and rolled up the pickle, and they were little pickle bites.
And they were...
Oh my gosh, I ate a lot.
That sounds good too.
Fantastic.
That sounds better. That I can see using pickles in nifty little appetizers, but just all these pickle flavorings. Pickle pizza. That was another. Pickles are big on pizza now.
Fascinating.
So keep your eyes out for pickles.
Yes.
Do you mind if I jump to another totally different
just all over the
topic?
place,
I
but
had
go
a
ahead.
week of many little things.
Yeah,
A week of many little things.
Do tell.
So I finally got my annual mammogram done. A bit over a year. Well, right.
Just mammogram.
Yeah, well, partly it's hard to schedule them. They take a while. But I went in and all is well. So just reminding people, if you're getting to need one, make your appointment because they seem to take a while.
Yes.
So get your mammogram done. Although I have read that in some ways mammograms aren't good for your breasts. Have you read anything like that ever?
I have, but I think the benefits outweigh any negatives.
I hope so, but I have heard that, so that gets confusing. Well, as I was, in with the technician and we're getting set up in front of the big machine, I said to her, I've lost weight since my last time on purpose, my COVID weight. I've lost my COVID weight.
Yes, you have.
That's been great. I'm happy with that.
Dang, I just spilled coffee on my...
Everywhere. You're everywhere.
All over my shorts, and it's going to places that shouldn't go. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You're interested in the story, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fine. Continue. Mammogram away.
Can you focus on the story? All right. So I'm there. I tell her, I've lost weight, and that was good news, except I've kind of lost probably a lot of, you always lose it first in your,
you do.
In your breast,
your
tissue. Yeah, I said, and then she looked at me and she said, that's actually going to be better. We'll get clearer pictures. You'll be fine.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
The benefits are smaller.
She squeezed and shoved and pushed those little things and everything came out fine.
Yeah, I know. We all know as women, any men that are listening to this, sorry, you really don't know, but it's not the most comfortable thing. And then you make that idle chit chat with the people, and it's all just sort of what it is.
This technician was great, and she had to be practically like laying on top of me to get it to all work, but it worked.
All right. Good for you to have gotten it done.
So I'm going to, end up with something fun. We had fun with your whole family this past weekend. It was a family weekend and we had so much fun. And I know the guys, this is kind of good. They had their second annual golf outing. That makes me happy.
I know. It was so much fun. And we had the fun of my daughter is getting married to this young man who we just love, and his mom and dad and sister came. I got to meet the sister for the first time. Mm-hmm. And we just love them all. So feeling very, very blessed that I could have the Chicago family in, our local families in. We had the new baby. She's such a cutie. So it was a wonderful, wonderful good time. It's the first time, I think, that the new baby got to see the Chicago little girl, and we got a photo of the 3 moms and the 3 babies.
It
took
priceless.
about, I don't know, 95 fast photo shots to get one, but we got it. So feeling very, very thankful. Now, I will say, we had a little fellow when we left. We said goodbye to the Chicago family yesterday.
Okay.
And I pointed out, as I like to do, there was a large, in fact, I thought it might have been a praying mantis, but it was actually a large, beautiful green grasshopper.
Oh.
And he was stuck, just happily sitting on the back bumper of our daughter and son-in-law's vehicle.
A large, did you say large?
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Almost was a praying mantis. So I went to my son-in-law and just kind of joked and said, well, look at this fella. Is it a praying mantis? No, it's a grasshopper. I said, he wants to go to Chicago with you. Yeah, that bad mother-in-law humor, but fine. So off they go. About 2.5 hours later, they're leaving Ohio, and they take a photo, and there's the grasshopper. He's still there.
And where was he exactly again? He was on
the back bumper of their vehicle, just sitting there.
And he made it 2.5 hours?
Yes, we kind of joked that he wants to go to Chicago.
Oh, well, he did.
He did.
As it turns out.
5.5 hours later, they send me another photograph of him in their parking garage in Chicago.
No.
He made the trip.
Oh my gosh, he did.
No.
Was anybody from his grasshopper family there to meet him?
We don't know. So we're like, we hope he really did want to go to Chicago, because now he's...
And he seemed fine?
No, yeah, fine. Yeah. Alive, fine.
He rode on a car?
On a car bumper for 5.5 hours from Cleveland area to Chicago. I just thought he would have blown off.
So did they just part ways then?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there.
On the car?
Yeah. So I thought
that's
kind
amazing.
Of fun. So then I thought it'd be fun to write a children's story about the traveling grasshopper.
It would be.
I know. So I'm putting that on my list of things.
Yeah, you have to tell your little grandson that story today. See,
I will. I'll show him the photo of the grasshopper.
Still on the car. See what he thinks about that. I love that.
What else is fun stories? So that's actually about it. Just a wonderful weekend. Wonderful weekend of seeing kids with bubbles. Give a kid a bubble machine.
That was fun.
That's all you need.
My OH liked it too.
I know, the adults kind of like it.
It was fun.
Yeah, the one mom kind of couldn't put it down, so she claimed she was doing it for the child, but I don't really know.
That could be fun. If you do have that nice bridesmaids brunch or something, we could have bubble machines, and that'd be kind of fun.
We could all go outside.
Yeah, remember that thought?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think that would be fun.
Bubbles for adults.
Mimosas and bubbles. And
Ooh, because it goes together, because champagne is bubbles.
Bye-bye.
This is why we are the real sisters.
And this is why we chat, because you never know what's going to come out. Well, how was the rest of your week?
That was good. I'm just moving along.
All right.
We're kind of thinking about a trip coming up. We're planning, so.
Yes, and let's talk about vacations.
All right.
I have some vacation thoughts.
Because it's still summer. We're getting near the end, but we still got summer love to enjoy.
And we are having some trips coming up. I think I've mentioned probably quite a few times.
Yes.
By the time you're listening to this, we will be well on our way on our cross-country trip around America.
I know.
I'm really excited. Never done this before. Never done a big driving trip, so here we go.
Happy trails.
Boy, oh boy, lots of trails were going on.
Yes.
Yeah, and so when you go on vacation with your OH now, it's probably usually who you travel with.
It is.
You get along pretty good?
Yeah, I would say we really do. I don't know if everybody does, but I would say he's a wonderful traveling partner.
Yeah, and can you name anything or tell us a little more? Why is he good? He's open to doing things?
Yeah, I think he's open to doing things. He likes trying new places along the way. And somehow, hard to imagine, I just keep chit-chatting the entire ride away. We could be in the car 8 hours and I don't stop talking.
I agree. Yes, because I'll think to myself, I should have like a book we want to hear, or we could hear podcasts, and you do have the radio on, but somehow we're just able to.
Somehow I just keep babbling. And
Yes.
Keep coming.
It's
you
fun.
have things like when we haven't done the trip you were going to do, but of course we did our cross-country U-Haul trip.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. U-Haul.
Yes, and that's in a blog somewhere of yours.
It is.
But I mean, that was, we traveled from Cleveland to Cincinnati, moved my daughter there, and then went to Indiana and moved my son out to Cupertino.
Yeah, so you waited all the way out to the coast. We're going to be close.
In a 20-foot U-Haul.
Yeah.
And wasn't that fun to park with people? When we got to, for fun, we went to Half Moon Bay Area, which is beautiful.
Oh, it is.
On the coast. And I told my OH, I would just love to see, it's owned by the Four Seasons, the Ritz-Carlton there.
Yeah.
Fabulous hotel.
Oh, it is.
And these fabulous sports cars are pulling up. And
Yes,
I was like, I think we should just stop in and see if they'll let us look around. So we're waiting in line behind
and your big U-Haul.
and Bentley's, and then we came up in our U-Haul, and the gentleman, the valet guy, was so gracious. He came scurrying out. We told him what we wanted to do, and he said, "That's just fine." And then he so sweetly said, "But would you mind parking down there?" And way down a hill was kind of a big old empty lot. So we realized they didn't want our gorgeous big U-Haul in front of their hotel.
Right, but that was fun. So you get along great. So have you noticed on the news?
Yeah.
There's been lots of people fighting on vacation.
No.
Yeah, traveling is way up this summer, of course.
Do you mean people that know each other, or just like the passengers on a plane that get obnoxious?
I think, yes, that does happen too, which don't do that, people. But what I am talking about is probably families. Like there's been some brawls at Disney World.
Well, you're right. They just had that this morning. There was a bunch of, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I asked my millennial son, because I just wanted to get his feeling on, my original question was, do boomers take vacations different from millennials? And I wanted him to discuss that. But we got onto this fight thing since we've been seeing the brawls.
Yes.
And he said, yes, he has seen, we decided to describe them as commotions or just people loudly shouting at each other. And then brawls are actually where you're shoving, pushing, punching. Mm-hmm. He's seen both. He saw a bridesmaids get together going really wild at the Flamingo out in Vegas.
Seriously?
Yes, like
so
really.
These are girls.
Like security came.
Oh, dear.
Because I suppose in Vegas they're pretty strict. They're going to get you calmed down. He's seen commotions this isn't really vacation, but he has seen commotions at Walmart.
Our local Walmart?
No, I don't think so. But he said probably alcohol. I said, do you think alcohol is probably a factor? He said, yeah, I'm sure it's.
Oh, dear. I guess
alcohol's a factor.
I've not been a part of this.
He said he's seen it more at like Vegas and Florida, more the big,
Yikes.
where you're taking your more special times.
Yeah, we're going to Vegas.
So yeah, so he said that he's decided to have a good vacation. You and your partner, if you're going with someone,
yes,
should plan it and plan what you're really intending to do with this trip. So is this a trip where you're just going to lay out by the pool in the hot tub and maybe eat out? Or do you really want to stand in line and make sure you see the Mona Lisa and you don't care if it takes all day to do that? Yeah, so plan that out a little bit so you're both coming into it with...
same goals.
Yeah, good word. And...
same expectations. You're right. If somebody just wants the relaxing, I don't want to be in line, but somebody else is very intent on... we must see this
every
inch of this museum.
Right. Yes, that would be good
point.
to know. And he kind of thought for a way to think about it would be for every specific thing you want to do, try to leave the same amount of time free. So if you're going to spend 4 hours at the Louvre, have the rest of the day kind of free, so you're not...
That's actually, I like that, because sometimes you overbook your vacations.
Yes.
You think you have to cram everything in.
And that may be why people are getting excited, like at Disney.
Cranky?
Yes, at
tired?
Disney, little fight. And he did say, though, that he has to admit that his millennial cohorts do like to really make what he calls like the Instagram trip. That would be an important factor, that you're getting the the pictures and the photos, and it's all done for
Instagram.
Right, yeah. Now, whereas us, I think one reason we get along is, right, you don't have kids in the car who have to suddenly go to the bathroom even though you just stopped.
Right.
Or suddenly hungry even though you asked everyone 20 times if they were...
It's a little easier.
Right.
It is easier now as boomers to travel.
Yeah, you could just, right.
We could just go and do what we want.
Yeah. Probably not going to fly for a while. What about you?
Oh, well.
Oh, you are going to fly. Never mind. You are flying.
We are flying to our next vacation. And in fact, Jean,
yes.
I don't know if now is the time to talk about some things I was thinking would be helpful for flying.
Oh, I think it would be the time. Because like you said, there have been fights and altercations and things like that. How would you avoid that? How would you have a happy trip?
Here are a couple things that I thought were kind of fun. First off, things that I haven't done yet that you can apparently get on Amazon for hardly anything. A phone mount for the headrest in front of you in your plane seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you can attach a phone so you can watch anything on your phone. You don't have to hold your phone.
Oh.
Now, would I do this? Is it that hard to hold your phone?
You wouldn't want to leave it, though. That's where I can see, yes, that's the one trouble with getting old.
We would. We'd have to write that down, make sure, I can see.
And then that would worry me the whole trip. Remember to take the phone out of the holder. Remember to take the...
Good point.
So maybe not. What else?
That might be a
but
no.
interesting.
All right, let me ask you about a couple other things. Do you take a sleeping mask to try to sleep on your flight? Or do you like to sleep on flights?
Oh, boy, I just haven't done that for a while. I am into sleeping masks at home, very much so. And in hotel rooms, because they seem to have so many little different lights.
Really?
Like little TV lights on and the little door light or the little... So yes, I probably would, since I use it.
Very interesting.
You don't use a mask in any situation?
No, never. I'm a maskless person.
What about
not in COVID? I wore my mask.
No, but I mean eye masks.
Eye mask for sleeping? Nope.
So if the sun comes up early,
I just wake up, but I don't. That's the thing.
Oh.
I can sleep through anything.
Oh.
All right. Now, Vera Bradley has a nice little fleece travel blanket that folds up compactly, and it has like little handles you can put over your suitcase handle. Because I always freeze on planes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a goodie. Because I maybe could sleep if I had a nice little cozy blanket around me.
Especially a little Vera Bradley, that'd be.
I know, wouldn't that be
so
fun?
it somehow, what did you say? It hooks around your suitcase? So
yes,
it's
got like a handle that you can just slide over the, your handles to pull your...
She's moving her hands.
I am
now.
moving. The thing that you pull up.
Yeah.
Yes, very handy. Now, this I thought was kind of fun too. You can get, it's by Amex, AMMAX. They're little 3-ounce, they claim very leak-proof containers for like your shampoo, your conditioner. They're the right size and they're all different fun containers. So your red is your shampoo or your blue is your conditioner, except I would never remember.
No, but that could be
concept
really good.
Is fun, but
great concept.
Constantly opening them to remember.
This is reminding me, do you try your best to just have carry-on luggage?
Yes.
So that would be another secret.
Yes, but sometimes it gets hard. It depends. I'm going to try to just have it all carry on. Now, this I thought was interesting. Have you ever used packing cubes?
I may have. Tell me what you mean by that.
You can get a whole thing to fit like certain general sizes of your suitcase, and it's like a puzzle. You place them all in, and one cube will hold makeup, one cube holds underwear, one cube holds bathing suit type things.
Now, are these cloth?
Yes, they're cloth cubes that use zipper, and they're flexible.
Yes, I have many of them. I have used them forever. I don't know if they're the exact brand or size or shape that you're talking about, but I do have zippered.
Wow. So this is not a novel concept for you.
I love it.
Really?
And you're right. I put like all depending on how long your trip is. Now, this driving trip, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have shorts in one, shirts in one, swimsuit stuff in one, underwear in one.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
This was a 2022 idea.
And et cetera and et cetera. Yes. I find it great.
Wow, maybe you were the originator of it. I had no idea. I'm very impressed, my dear.
Yes, I love that a lot. Wow. I haven't quite convinced Paige of it.
I thought it was a great idea. And in these cubes, they said, make sure you have one for your laundry.
Yes.
So you can immediately stuff your laundry. I'm just the worst. I just smash it all in when I'm done.
I like it. I'll have to show you what I have.
All right. Wow. I'm impressed.
Great.
Couple more.
Yeah, I love this.
Bluetooth tracker tiles.
I just was reading about those this morning because people are trying. That would be for your check-on luggage. You can have it be for your under the plane luggage,
right? For your checked baggage.
Checked baggage. Yes.
Yes. I think that'd be handy. Then you could always see where it is.
Yes.
Or located.
Right. About the best feature of that, people said, was at least you don't have to stand in the baggage area watching every bag come out because your bag is not coming out.
It's still in Cancun.
It still takes a long time to get them. It doesn't seem to have much effect on how fast you could get to your bag, but at least you know.
At least you know, right.
You're in Paris and the bag's in Cairo. And
so stand at the little circle thing no longer.
Yes. But I thought that was a great idea.
I like that one. And then just a fun little memory I have for traveling on airplanes. When my daughter and I were flying back from Phoenix and we were very delayed in a late night flight, we were with Southwest, which I gotta say, they are a fun crew to fly with. And everyone was getting very cranky and it just kept getting delayed. One of the Southwest guys kept singing to us, singing army type songs like "We're not going to be delayed." And we'd all sing it. We're still gonna have fun on the plane, and then it was fun. So if in doubt, just start the group singing. No fighting, no brawling. Singing.
Oh, that's probably the best advice. I love that. I do. So I'm really excited about this road trip.
Yes.
Will I love it? Won't I? Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, 4 days to get out there, 4 days back. We'll see.
It's a lot of driving.
Right. So we'll see if I like it. Any other, I know my kids, my adult kids are kind of into the cruising. That's probably their dream vacation right now.
Yeah. When my kids were younger, we loved cruising. I still like cruising. I've not cruised since the Pandy.
Right.
But I think I might be ready. I do love cruising.
Any place in particular you have thoughts for a future vacation?
Well,
have you any OH?
Yeah, one thing I would like to do, my realtor friend did this and loved it, the old Viking cruise.
People like those.
It sounds fabulous, and go through Europe, I don't care where, just somewhere over there. I think it'd be fantastic. And a little smaller group. I like the huge cruise ship, but I would like to try the Viking. If anyone has been on one, let me know. Yeah,
have you heard, though, that the rivers are shallow? You get bussed a lot now.
You get what?
Bussed.
Meaning
the boats can't go on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
You literally in a bus?
Yes.
Like a yellow bus? But
well, yes.
But you mean, I thought this was some river term I wasn't aware of.
Oh, yeah, no. Yes, I've read that.
You're just talking a regular Greyhound bus.
Well.
Probably not Greyhound over there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you go to the same, that would not be the same experience.
No, it really, it really was just something to keep in mind.
Wow.
I was talking to somebody on our last little quickie vacation we went on who loves Alaska. Her husband was, of all things, a professional hunter.
Wow. I don't know that I know any professional
hunters. Yes. And so they had cause to go to Alaska quite a few times. So she said, it's beautiful, fabulous, loved it. I said to her, but my only thing was when you just have a week, you can't, what are you going to see?
Right. Well, I guess as much as you can.
Yeah,
what did she say?
She said, well, yes, we were fortunate to get back many times because there was a lot to.
I always feel like the Alaska cruise is what you do on your 50th wedding anniversary.
I think you're right.
It just has that kind of, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone who's planning a big Alaska. I just feel like, yes, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind.
So we'll keep that in mind as we're getting near that. And last but not least, don't leave your wallet under your bed in the hotel room.
Try not to.
Please don't do that. I read a woman. They were being responsible. They had flown in to their cruise departure place like a night ahead of time, so that they were there. Yes. In the morning, hustle and bustle. They're getting ready to go. She realizes can't find her wallet. Mm. They look and look and look. Luckily, her husband had their passports and tickets and everything in his, so they just had to go. They obviously told the hotel. A month later, they get a call from the hotel. The wallet was found pretty much right under the bed in the middle, like really under the bed. So warning. Yeah, returned. They got it all back.
Amazing.
But I think when I was telling you the story before, you said lots of beds now, which you're right, have it's blocked. You can't see under the bed, but we'll leave that as a warning. And then I guess my last thing to you is, I'll see you in Vegas, baby.
Yes, see you in Vegas, baby. You know where to find us. I just like leaving with see you in Vegas, baby.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoy listening to us.
Yeah.
Thanks to Pat.
Yes, thank you, Pat. And you can find us at okboomerpodcast.com or Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, OK_boomerpod, and just OK. You'll just find us.
Yeah.
We always say that. All righty, see you in Vegas.
Toodles.
Baby.
Yeah.
Be sure to come back to beautiful Ohio and the OK Boomer podcast. To listen to previous episodes or to drop us a line, visit okboomerpod.com.